Allow Chairman to talk.
Please, okay. Here we go.
Justice,
Chairman.
sorry. Just cool down. I understand, cool down. Adedoyin, please calm down. Let
Yes, sir.
everybody
Go ahead,
express
sir.
themselves.
That's fine.
Let
Yes, sir. Go
everybody
ahead,
Please,
sir.
Chairman, go ahead. Let's hear better people talk here.
Now listen. Justice. Now listen, Adedoyin.
It's okay. Go ahead, Mr. Chairman. Go ahead,
You are
sir.
on a job.
Laugh too, you know. Nobody can hear me. I can laugh. Just because we refuse to allow you to be the chair lady of this place doesn't really matter.
Me and you, okay, let me say me and Rotimi, we are on a case. We are in the same profession. We understand our code of ethics and code of conduct and customers' engagement procedures.
All right.
Now, Rotimi met me on a case. Rotimi asked me, okay, they want me on this matter. What is the problem? From my own point and from your Rotimi's point, I have not done anything wrong. I have done everything professionally. But because of the public outcry, me and Rotimi have a professional understanding. Say, okay, I will let this one slide. I will skip. I will shift to one side so that this one will fly on the other side. I agree. Now, the one they now gave me that I'm now making money from, that I'm charging my professional fee to do professionally, they now ask Rotimi again, Rotimi, go and take that one again. If you are Rotimi, and let's talk professionally now, will you come to me to come and take the job?
Okay, so do you want me to answer, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, answer.
Okay. So, but before I go ahead, I want to beg Justice. Justice, I love you, man. Okay, calm down, okay?
Justice is not here.
Justice is not here now.
Justice for MOHBAD.
Madam, I beg, please, Adedoyin, please go and take a rest.
Justice.
I beg you, just go take a rest.
You see,
I've
heard the voice of Justice so much.
Justice is not here.
Oh, okay.
Are you seeing Justice in your dream?
Okay, she's Justice for MOHBAD, right? Okay. All right.
What
so
drink do you
Justice
drink?
for MOHBAD.
Are you drinking red wine or white wine?
No. So, I mean, Justice. No, our voice sounds just like Justice. Okay. Okay. So Justice for MOHBAD. Justice for MOHBAD. Please, before I go ahead, I want you to calm down. Okay.
Stop telling me to calm down.
Okay.
You are the one that needs to calm down.
Okay. It's all right. It's okay. Let's just please. Let's be respectful. Okay. Thank you so much. So now, so you ask a question, Mr. Chairman. You said if I was in that position, what will I do? So now, what we are talking about here, okay, yes, what we are talking about here, you see the way we see this Justice for MOHBAD, we've seen it as a money-making machine. You asked me a question, so permit me to speak now, okay? So we have seen it as an avenue of making money, but not as an avenue of actually getting justice for MOHBAD. That's number one. Then number two, you ask if I was the one, won't I be offended? No, I will not be offended. Do you know why? Because if you are a lawyer and a client comes to you, all right, and a client give you, let's say you have a contract, and for example, that contract is for you to do A, B, C, 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 D. And at the end of the day, but before that, you sign an agreement and you said, okay, I want you to do this for me. I want you to do that for me. Okay. Now, according to what I was told, Odumosu has been paid to carry out, to supervise, not to do the DNA because he's not in charge of the DNA. Odumosu has been paid to supervise and to make sure that DNA is properly carried out. Now, if that obligation has been fulfilled, if he has fulfilled, if he has fulfilled what he's been paid for, right, and that is gone, I think that Sanshitu can then come in. Since Odumosu is still working on the case and he's been paid for it, to be very sincere with you, they should allow him to complete that part of this case. And that is the DNA. And that is the DNA part.
So you have to answer my question there.
I have.
Please.
I have not finished. Hold on. I
Okay,
have
then
not
go ahead.
finished. I am still in.
Please.
Hold on, Richie. I have
Go
not
ahead, Mr.
finished.
Chairman.
I am Odumosu. I have not finished. We are in the process. Everything is in line. Everything has been set in motion. Okay. I have been paid as well. And they come to you, Adedoyi, and say, Adedoyi, go and take over from chairman. Would you come and take it over?
Well, now, let me tell you. I'll say yes. Now, let me tell you something. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you why. If, as Odumosu compromised, remember what, like, you know, there is a scale in law. And that scale stands for, hold on, please. You asked me a question. And that scale stands for, hold on. The law has to be balanced. So now, as Odumosu compromised, that's the question. If Odumosu has compromised in this case, then there is no need for him to move further. That, whether they paid him or not, that contract can be terminated. Because we are talking about an homicide case here.
Okay.
And this case of MOHBAD is a viral case that has gone nationwide, national. And you are telling me if a lawyer has compromised, let's say, for example, a lawyer can be paid to actually go the other way. Has he compromised? And if Mr. Dumosu hasn't compromised and is still standing for what it stands for, which law stands for, which is the truth, then they should allow him to go forward and go further with this case. But if there is anything called compromise in what he's doing, then they have the right to terminate his contract, and that's the fact.
Okay.
Are they doing
Let's go professional. Now, hold on, gentlemen, please hold on. Please, hold on, please. I beg you in the name of God. Now, let's go real professional now. What is the process of engagement between two professionals, lawyer to lawyer now? Can you tell me the code of practice of a lawyer A taking over from lawyer B?
Okay, if a lawyer A is going to take over from lawyer B, first of all, what they need to do, the lawyers need to talk.
No,
okay.
I'm going deep. Not social media thing.
I do not have problem with you going deep. Okay. There is supposed to be a communication, because at the same time, remember, they are all still under one umbrella, Nigerian bar, right? Okay. So now they need to communicate, because lawyers are friends, really. You know, just like politicians, lawyers are friends. Even after winning a case, they will still go outside and shake each other. And if they drink beer, which I don't, they can drink beer. They are friends. So what they need to do, they communicate it. This is it, this is that, this is it, or blah, blah, blah. And all that needs to happen is transfer the case file. That's it. Transfer the case file. I don't know why we're having problem with this.
You've not given me the procedure. There are procedures to be followed. And
okay, then you tell me the procedure.
No, I want you to tell me the procedure.
You tell me that procedure.
You tell me.
I just wake up in the morning because you are back together. We are friends.
Justice, hold on.
Just clarify, they go.
Justice, hold on. There are procedures in taking over cases from a chamber. I'm not saying they cannot take up, but there are procedures. Can you just give me 3 of those procedures?
You tell me the procedure.
I can't engage. I
think you are the one saying that you know the law now. You are the one.
I will engage you for that anymore.
I thought you were a lecturer. You want us to learn.
Hold on.
Ask questions.
Please, 1 minute, please. Chairman, 1 minute. Just for MOHBAD. Miss Adedoyin. I have one thing to say. Right.
I'm not going to say anything.
1 minute.
Justice for MOHBAD.
Please.
Respect herself.
Please. I have something to say to you. Justice for MOHBAD, please. Just for MOHBAD, please. 1 minute. I have something to say. I think I've said it before on this platform. You know, when you use the word okay and all right, it sounds across to people very intimidating that you're putting people down.
Thank you.
In terms of your communication skills, I have to say that. I've said this before a long time ago. If you remember, I mentioned it to you before. You know, that's why by you doing that, you're actually insinuating an attack against your comment or your submission.
God bless you.
Know how to communicate with people on a very smooth level ground. not with stiff upper lips. It's very important.
And a healthy conversation.
No, 1 minute, just because when you say okay, all right, and then you go down as if you're lecturing people, it doesn't come across well to people. I have to say that. Then coming back, if you look at the way Chema was talking, very level-headed and just speaking, you can do that as well. Everybody practice that. It's part of communication skills, right? So those are the things you need to be aware of when you talk to people.
Chema has gone to training, so many trainings. So
yeah, I'm just saying that this is my own observation. And when we're talking about this, whether the incumbent son could come and take over from the current son, yes, that's not an issue. But we all know when you mentioned about supervision on the DNA is going to be through the government, through the law, right? So those two lawyers, Wumi's lawyer and Baba's lawyer, will be there for observations purposes. Yes, they can be there. And then the result of this DNA is not going to be made public. Yes, you're right. If there's anything that if Baba come out, I'm not happy with the result, or Wumi comes out not happy with the result, their lawyers will take over and they start asking questions or seek redress, or they can do it all over again. Yes, that's possible. But on this case of whether the Odumosu Tennyson has finished and all that, all what we're trying to say is possible, yes, but there must be some contractual agreement on the ground, which we don't have visibility to. So we cannot just jump into conclusion about all these things. That's what Chama is trying to bring to you. Do you know the details of all the process of exchanging things? We all know that lawyers do talk. We all know that lawyers do have beer together. They even have a fraternity together, before you know. Jokes apart, right? They see themselves behind the scene, which you don't even know. All right, they talk about all those things, but what we're saying is, in terms of transparency, there's a contractual agreement that needs to be fulfilled, the due process, and that's what we're saying here. I don't know whether that answers your question, Adrian.
Okay, so am I permitted by Miss Juices for me to speak without interrupting me?
Hey, God.
Juicy, yay! That's my latest name.
Mr. Chairman.
Juicy is here now.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so
Juicy is
now,
not here, oh.
Mr. Chairman.
okay.
Please, we have
Mr.
corrected
Chairman.
you a lot of time that Juicy is not here. You keep
go
on
ahead,
saying
go ahead,
Juicy,
go ahead.
Juicy.
Okay, so
Mr.
now,
Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead, comrade.
Can I help Ade? Can I
no.
help Adedoyin out?
No.
can help
You don't need to help me.
You don't know the answer now.
Oh, I don't know the answer.
Let me help you out. Chairman, can I help her out?
You said you can't answer the question. Chairman,
Please, Chairman has rescued you. He wants to rescue you.
Somebody else answer the question
Okay,
for you.
all right. So can I speak, please?
No,
okay.
let him rescue you now. He wants to
Can I
help
speak? Can I speak, please?
Adedoyin, please, for now, you can
Okay,
go and
go on.
ask some code
Can
words.
I speak, please?
Adedoyin,
Okay.
wait.
Are you the only one in this platform? Allow other people
You've
to
been
talk.
talking,
you guys
even
should not
when I have not said anything.
No, Papariano, nobody's.
Let's wait. Go on, Comrade Moses.
Okay. The question is a lawyer handing over a case from one lawyer to another. Now, Adedoyin, let me tell you the process, the four process that the chairman, the lawyer that is handing over will file a notice of appearance of lead counsel, and a file a proposed order of substitution. And once that
where you're reading
order
from.
is signed,
Okay, I know where
Wait
you're
now,
reading from.
where are you reading?
And I don't think you should read from there.
and that
So now he's reading. Now he's
Madam,
reading from somewhere. Do you know, Comrade Moses?
Guys, please, no interruption. Let him go on. Go on, Moses.
Okay, why is Adedoyin?
Oh my God, can Moses just go on, please? Go
Chairman.
on,
But
Moses.
Adedoyin just interrupted him.
let her
It's
now
okay,
go.
let
Paparano,
Moses.
I don't
Let
like the way
Moses.
you are judging.
Let
I don't
Moses.
like the way
Let
you are
Moses go on now,
judging.
please. Now,
Honestly.
let Moses go on.
Tell
I don't like you. Let Adedoyin do his thing now. Adedoyin should do your thing. Do her thing. Do your own thing. You guys must not fight. If you don't agree with him, leave him like that. Simple.
And Otoye is interrupting the guy that was speaking.
It's okay. So we've clean down. It's okay. Go on, Adedoyin. It's not a fight here. Sorry, go on, Komre Mose. Mose, go on.
Comrade, you have the floor now. What's going on?
You are muted. If you are talking, you are muted.
Let her.
We can't hear you. You can.
I think maybe it's network.
Yeah, so Adedoyin can go then until Moses comes back.
No, just like before Adedoyin, let someone else speak, please. Let's just open the floor for someone else to speak. To air your mind, take your time. We hear you. Adedoyin, speak now. All of them want to speak at the same time. Speak now. You have your floor. Adedoyin is not speaking. Go on.
Okay, can I speak?
Go on. Why not?
Okay, so like the conversation we're having before everything was going upside down. So to the best of my knowledge, the little one I know, when there is illegal process going on in a court and the DNA is already in the process with the solicitor on ground, with the court, with all parties, that process is already, it's just like you are cooking. You're almost finished cooking the food. The food is already done. And suddenly somebody comes, says he wants to start cooking the food. That food cannot be cooked anymore. It's already been cooked. So that is how this DNA process of the stage we are now. The stage on the DNA process is already ongoing. It's almost done. There's no way a lawyer could just come from nowhere and pick up the DNA case and want to start all over again. It doesn't work that way. And if they say they do also have to leave the case, there is a process to follow. You will write to notify the court and write to notify Odumosu that you want him to withdraw from the case. And that process, you have to make sure you have satisfied paying Odumosu whatever money you are owing Odumosu. You must, all the agreements you people have agreed on that case must be sorted. There's no way, even if a new solicitor is coming to take up that case, it will not start from where Odumosu have already started, or the process already done in that DNA. There's no lawyer that will just come and start it fresh again with the DNA, because money has already been paid to Odumosu to carry out that DNA to be done, and it's already done it. That is gone. So we are waiting for the result to be announced in the court, and then you are bringing a new lawyer to come and start from where Odumosu has started or already done. So what if the only way Odumosu can start a new DNA is when the DNA test is being questionable, when there is a suspicion that the DNA is not correct or is not right, that they want to go to another clinical company or organization to get that DNA done again. That is when Odumosu cannot do DNA. So Sanshitu cannot start new DNA test, and they must get that order from the court as well, that okay, you challenge the DNA, you give reason why you think the DNA is not right or is wrong or something that must have been interrupted. That is when that new solicitor or the new lawyer you have bring in will be able to start a new process of DNA. As far as that DNA is concerned, it's already been processed. They already have they must have taken the sample by that. We don't know about it, but from the way it has been, that sample has been taken. It's already on the process. That one is finished. You can't come back and bring a new lawyer to come and start all over again. It doesn't work that way in the court of law. The only way it can work is when you challenge or you suspected that the DNA test was not what you are expecting and you think it's not done properly. You cannot ask your new lawyer to go and start at fresh. And you must give your reason to the court to give that order again, that the DNA can be done again. So then when you want to leave Odumosu, that you don't want that Odumosu to carry on this case, what you have to do, you have to write to the court, write to Odumosu, introducing your new lawyer to him, let him know that you have got a new lawyer. You don't want him to hurt on your case anymore. You are withdrawing his services. You don't want his service anymore. And there is a process. Odumosu will now write to you back and says, okay, I acknowledge your letter that you don't want my service anymore. Okay, this is my bill. Whatever you are owing me, you have to pay. Then when you finish payment, you clear those bills. Odumosu will nicely and happily give you your file. Give your new solicitor your file to take up from there. That's how it works. You can't just wake up in the morning and say, because you are shamba together, we have one bar association. Oh yeah, we eat and drink when we after the case. You just come and give me file and I give you file. It doesn't work like that. There is a process to follow. You have to follow that process. You must notify the court and notify your lawyer that you don't want him to hurt on your case. That's I'm not a lawyer professional, but to my little understanding, I've seen law, I've gone through courts, and I've seen a lot of process going on there. That's how I think it should be done. There's a process to
Justice for MOHBAD. Justice for MOHBAD.
Yes, go on.
Justice for MOHBAD.
I can hear you.
If a new lawyer want to take over a case in court, he's going to file to that court a notice of appearance.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And there's going to be a motion to substitute a new lawyer with an old lawyer.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
Once the motion of substitutes is filed, are you getting it? There is going to be order. Both the new lawyer and the old lawyer will be served the order.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
The order is taken to the judge.
Yes.
To sign. Once the judge accepts to sign the order,
yes,
the file from the old lawyer is being transferred to the new lawyer. Now, the only thing that may not allow the judge to sign that order is that if one of those lawyers, one of the clients of both lawyers are owing the old lawyer. Are you getting me?
Yes.
If one of the clients of both clients are owing each lawyer, the judge has to clarify. You understand? So yes. If the old client is owing that lawyer, the judge may not sign that order of substitution. You understand? Yes. But if there is clarification from the former client and the new client and both lawyers, if there is clearance, the judge can sign the order of substitution.
Exactly.
And the new lawyer will take over.
Exactly.
Simple. So what is Adedoni saying that? Sorry.
I'm hearing.
But guys, you know what I think, right?
Yes.
I think that, right?
Yes,
look at what is happening here. I think the best thing they can do that will not cause so much problem, okay? Odumosu is a pro bono in the criminal case. He's paid in the civil case. They paid him, not that they are owing him. They don't want his service anymore in the civil case. They've already paid him, they're not owing him, okay? And the money, I think it was about less than 5 million for him to handle the DNA case. So we don't know that they've paid him everything, whether they paid him half. All they have to do is to complete his payment. They don't even have to provide so many reasons to it. They don't want his service anymore. It's an
Papariano.
So,
see,
but for the pro bono,
case,
for the pro bono,
DNA case,
to take him out of the case completely for the pro bono, to go through so many different processes. But for that particular DNA to be easy.
Exactly. Papariano. In the DNA case, there is no issue regarding handing over, because the DNA case is not part of the contracts signed. It's a service aside of the main service. You understand? So it's not constituting part of the contract. So they can decide to transfer the duty of one lawyer handling the DNA to another lawyer without passing through the court procedures of handing over. But in the main criminal case and the inquest, there was a contract, there was a case file, and before the lawyer can hand over that case file to another lawyer, they must pass through the process of the court. You understand? So I don't know why DNA case from one lawyer to another is constituting argument. It's not supposed to constitute argument. Number one. Number two, let me explain something to you. Number two, the statement Baba made, for me, I'm going to refer to it as a mere statement, because
Same here.
it has not been confirmed. Sir? Mr. Chairman?
Same with me.
Same
Here too. I said same
it's a
here
mere
too.
statement.
I don't believe that statement. I consider it to be
It's a mere statement that has not passed through. It's a mere statement that has not passed through process of confirmation. As Shitu accepted or accept to carry on the DNA process. Are you getting what I'm saying? So we have to do what? We have to subject the statement to verification. Has there been any communication between the former lawyer that was handling the case and the new lawyer they want the case to be transferred to? That has not been confirmed. So before we can even start arguing, establishing any argument, for now, we have to subject that statement to confirmation. Mr. Chairman, I don't know if I'm communicating.
I've said it before you came in that Abi Papariano, what did I say? I said
Yes,
it must have been
you
a
have said
statement.
it. You have said
I said it must be a statement. He said it must be a slip of tongue.
It's a mere statement. I don't, it's not supposed to constitute any argument. It's a mere statement that has not gone through
All right, so can I?
subject of confirmation. Now,
Okay,
wait,
so
let
can
me
I
finish.
okay.
Let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
Let me
Sorry.
finish. Let me finish. Now, you are talking about if there is a slack in the process of proceedings, process of DNA proceedings, then the lawyer can now go back to where the court's proceeding of that DNA has been concluded. There was a judgment. The only thing that is remaining is the process of conducting the DNA. So if you are talking about slack in what sense? You need to clarify to us what you mean by slack in the DNA. Then before we can now determine whether the slack
would be if one of the complainants complain to the lawyer. If Baba complain to his lawyer, or if we complain to a lawyer, that's when they seek redress, right? You say I'm not happy with the result.
Okay, Mr. Richie.
And that is
Mr. Richie.
Must give a reason.
Mr. Richie.
I'm not happy with the result.
Of course, there will be a reason.
Mr.
Yes,
Richie.
of course, there will be a
The court will
reason.
now look at your argument. The court will now look at your argument, now make an order.
Just for MOHBAD, 1 minute. Mr. Richie.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Richie.
Yes,
If
sir.
there is a slack and one of the clients raise
Concern.
an objection,
Yeah.
are you referring to the objection as regard the process of conducting the DNA or the proceeding of the court? And if there is a slack, are you saying that they are going back to court?
No, it won't be against the court proceedings. Are you getting my point? Don't forget that. Don't forget.
It's going to be against the process of conducting the DNA, right?
Exactly. That's the only thing they can
So
challenge.
what will not concern the lawyer to have a reason to go back to court for proceeding?
No, I'm saying, listen.
It doesn't. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Go on.
If Team Hay said, you know how it is in Nigeria, right? The result should be negative. I'm not happy with the result, right? And then Baba complained to his lawyer. Yeah, during the observation, have you noticed anything? I'm not happy with this result, right? Or Team B said, no, I'm not happy with this result. Have you noticed anything? This should not be true. Then there will be a kind of approach towards it, right? Appeal or anything that could come to ensue after that, right? I can appeal against the judgment.
Richie, is that appeal going to court or as a complaint to the judge?
You say I'm not happy with the results. Now, what are you not happy with?
Exactly.
Is it the test handling? Is it the test handling of the doctors?
Thank you. These are the things.
So what evidence? What do you have to prove? You have to come to a judge to prove.
Exactly. That's why
was not done correctly.
Chairman. That's why you need your lawyer there, right?
Yes.
The lawyer will be there to guide you. You can appeal based on this, so, right?
So which means you still need your lawyer to appeal for you.
Yeah, obviously, yes. You can't do it by yourself.
No, Mr. Chairman, that one cannot be subjected to a fresh appeal. It has to be to a complaint to the judge. You can't go back to court now.
You can't appeal. Wait, just wait. I don't think you can't appeal a settlement. It's not a court.
You can appeal. Yes.
Yeah. I think the question the observation Moses made there is very good and helpful. And also, I want to talk about it. Okay. MOHBAD is pushed to one corner. Like whoever that went through this negotiation with Wunmi, it was a very big mistake. Okay. Now they are forced in the corner where one, they can't appeal this case in any higher court. It wasn't a court judgment.
Yeah.
Please wait now. Let us have clarity now. Let others understand. Please. MOHBAD, they didn't fight in court. They didn't go to press of trial, defending, okay, and then the court passed judgment that hereby we order Wunmi to go do DNA because Baba has won in his case. There was no case. Wunmi and Baba team sat behind the scene and they both negotiated what they want. The negotiation could have been that, okay, Wunmi could have said, with the Baba lawyer and Wunmi lawyer, they could have negotiated, okay, when this result come out, we're not going to put it in the public. And secondly, it could have been that, let's, whatever, irrespective of whatever that come out in this result, let there be no complaint, okay? Provided that we submit maybe 70% of the property or 60% of the property to this father, or 50% of the property is going to this father. We don't know the negotiation they made there. They can't bring it out because it's a bad one, believe me. They can't bring it out.
Papariano, you're going too far.
I'm coming. You're going too far. Okay. No, just wait, please. I want to try to make it clear to people. I know some of you are saying that you understand. But we have other level of people here who think a little bit different. So I'm trying to break it down so everybody can be in the same place. So they negotiated and they both give their agreement to the courts. The court, this is what two of us has agreed upon. Now, court, you go and help us follow through the process of doing it. Now, Baba MOHBAD and the lawyer of Baba MOHBAD did what Baba wanted. That's why it's good for Baba MOHBAD to know what his lawyer is doing. The lawyer to speak to Baba, Baba to speak to his lawyer. Baba, do you want this? Lawyer will say, Baba, do you want this? Baba will say yes. Wunmi lawyer, we ask Wunmi, do you want this? Wunmi will say yes. So Wunmi and Baba both agreed automatically. The court could even check to see whether Baba, are you sure what your lawyer is saying is what you truly agree to? The court can even check. Wunmi, are you sure what your lawyer brings? You truly agree to it? Yes. It's binding. The court is following through the process. If the agreement is that a neutral party like the court will pick any center in Nigeria, okay, or in Lagos, whatever center the court pick, two of them are to trust the court. So the court will choose the center. The court will lead the pathologist to where MOHBAD sample is. Okay, they will take the sample. They will go to where MOHBAD the alleged baby is. They will take the sample, and then the court will follow the procedure. Then now, when the court bring the result, whatever that happened to the result, it has nothing to do with Odumosu. Odumosu didn't compromise. Odumosu don't have any error here. You can't hold Odumosu. Okay? You cannot even sack Odumosu for this particular reason. Now,
yes,
you don't like the result, it's not evidence enough. You have to prove, because when the evidence comes, it's an evidence binding stamped by court. What court follow through? One, you cannot appeal to a higher court because it was not a court judgment. It was just an agreement that you came into. Now, secondly, you cannot challenge that result unless you have an evidence that during the taking of the sample, you have an evidence that it was not Mohbad sample that was taken, then whose sample is taken, you bring it.
Suspected foul play.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. The hospital that they did it, maybe something was wrong there, and Mohbad has evidence. Not I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied is no. No,
you can't make it
because you're not satisfied. In fact, that's what I said. The case is in one corner. She understand.
Papariano.
Go on.
Papariano. The case was done in family court, the lower chambers, right, of magistrate court. It's family court, right? And in the family court, when people have grievances against one another in family court, there was always room for an appeal within that family court.
Tell me what to appeal, please.
One minute. The appeal that I'm talking about. I want to know what
exactly you want to appeal.
Exactly. The appeal that I'm talking about, right? They will give a consensus. After the result has been made, they will tell them, you guys have 10 days, right? If you have anything against the result, come back to us. If you don't have anything, after 10 days, it's done and dusted. You cannot appeal anymore.
No.
Listen, I'm telling you this.
It is called decree nisi and
is it against the judgment that the court passed?
Listen, Papariano, it is decree nisi and decree absolute. Well, you will first have a decree nisi, and I think it's 60 days. If after 60 days, I don't know.
Let's go through one by one. Wait, please. Let's go through one by one. Let's say a result is tender right now, which is MOHBAD. You are MOHBAD guides, okay? I am the court. A result is tendered, and the court has pronounced that this child belongs to MOHBAD. Okay, with medical evidence to show that we've gone through the DNA and it was done by scientific evidence that this child belongs to MOHBAD. Now, what is your next step? How do you prove that whatever result that the court
is presented? You said it all. You said it all. Your comment.
Wait now, don't rush now. When you rush it, it's like you're forcing something. If you know the right thing, I want to bring my worry. Okay, then if you know the right thing, take your time. You will answer. Don't rush about it. Okay, just relax. Okay. You have the answer, we assume. But I want to ask you now to see your explanation, the clarity you bring to it. Now, the court has brought a result which is presumed to be an evidence from a doctor. So now, don't forget, any disagreement to that court evidence, whoever supervises that process is liable to fall into committing an offense, can be incriminated if a fake result was provided. So let's say a result is presented right now that this is the result of MOHBAD sample. Okay, the court reads it out that this is what the doctor brought, and the court read it out. So what is your next action?
Exactly.
That result is called decree.
Exactly.
Wait, Chairman, just please wait. Don't make sense.
No, Chairman is absolutely right in terms of the.
Just go on, Richie. Yeah. So
but the way what happens in family court, any decision that is made in family court, they always give them a grace. It could be 10 days, it could be 2 weeks, depending on what they agreed on. When you say that this result will be the final, but however, this is always there, the clause. They give you 10 days, 14 days. If you're not happy, you can come back and then lay your cards on the table. We have to give justification. What do you think? To the same court?
To the same court?
Yes, to the same court.
To the same court.
Yes. So, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, to the same court is allowed. And that's
what
why.
I'm saying now. See, Richie, we almost say the same thing then, if that is the case. I was thinking you want to go to a higher court.
No. It's a family court business. It's still a family court.
It's the same court. I don't have issue. If it's to the same court that supervised through that process, if the result comes today, they say that this child belongs to MOHBAD. Let me say 14 days is given. I think it's usually 14 days, right? Is it 10 days? Then 14 days.
It depends on the agreement. It could be 14 days.
Okay.
It could be months. It could even be months.
Okay. Let's say a reasonable amount of time was given, for the two parties to say what's up with the result.
It's called cool-off period, basically.
Yes, cool-off period, yes. Yeah. So now, let's say Baba has it now that this child belongs to MOHBAD with evidence provided by which the court provided through the medical doctor. No, the medical doctor provided through the court. Okay, so now, what can we say is substantial enough to reverse that result? Let's add those one or two.
Okay, you're talking about the plausible circumstances.
Things that can be used to challenge.
I know.
Yes,
I know.
yes, Papariano. Papariano, I have that.
I don't wait. We're not coming to you right now. I'm with Richard and Chairman. Any of them. What can you name 1 or 2, 3 things that can make that result be challenged or be redo?
Okay. Do you want me to? Let me be.
You are chairman. Anybody? You are chairman. Any of you?
Let me be cheeky about this. Right. If I want to prolong the case, I have so many things. I can say that, okay, are you sure this thing has been done in the so clinic? Right? Can you tell me the samples of where about the lab that's been done? I can be asking questions along the line without deviating away from the line of the processes. My argument will still be based on all the process line.
But Richie.
Yeah.
Before you even get to this stage that you are talking about, the process of conducting the DNA had already been circulated within the two parties and agreed upon.
Are you not listening to me?
Yes.
I can still follow back those lines of process. Yes, don't laugh. It happens a lot. I know what I'm talking about. I can still follow that line and ask questions.
When they don't trust you, you guys trusted the court. In the settlement, none of you are to conduct it, only the court. So how do you follow it? So you expect the third party to share all those informations with you?
No. It's not about third party.
Papariano, this is the process already. The doctor is the third party. The medical doctor went to the process, third party. How do you check what they did? Because they took the sample and they did the test. So how do you go check whether they did the right thing or the wrong thing?
You are privileged to see that as the main player. You are privileged to see all those colors.
They will share
everything with you.
They will share the process with you. And when the judge is reading the result, the procedure.
Let's begin Adedoyin here. Adedoyin seems to.
Hold on. Let me finish before Adedoyin comes in. Before the judge will give you the final result, the judge will read out the procedure. The procedure will be black and white. Okay? The procedure will be black and white. The judge will read the procedure before he gives that judgment. Now, once he gives that judgment, it becomes a decree nisi. Now, what that means is you are privy to obtain that judgment. They will give you the judgment. I can then go back and look at the procedure in the judgment and the initial procedure that you have served me with. From there, I can begin to look at it. If I see that something is amiss in this procedure...
Chairman, what judgment? What judgment?
The decree needs...
Richie, wait, please. Let's get things clear. Chairman, what judgment?
The judgment, the report that the judge read in the courtroom as being
the medical report, right? The medical report,
yes,
right?
The
medical result. The medical
upon
result.
which he now passed, upon
it's
which
not
he now
judgment.
said,
it's not judgment. The medical result that was read.
Exactly. That medical report is going to have the procedure. It's going to have the procedure followed to arrive at that results.
Okay.
It's going to be stated.
So now you in a short word, you want to examine the procedure that led to that result. Simple.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
They will have given you. They will have given you.
Right, yes, sure. Now we don't want to go back. Sure, you want to examine the procedure that led to that result, obtaining that result.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Fine. But that's one. That's a good one. Any other one?
Mm-hmm. So if you now look at it and you've seen that to the best of your ability in conjunction with your lawyer and your doctor, your professional doctor, you have seen that, okay, all of these things has been followed, everything is fine, and you did not raise objection between the time frame, between the cool-off period, then the judge will give a decree absolute.
Confirm. We don't have an issue with that. Thank you very much. Any other observation?
Papariano, please.
Justice, no, please, don't my word, please.
Your justice is here now.
No, please, wait. Don't do that, please. You have spoken, you not fight with Adedoyin. You're not here because of her, please don't do that. It's not respectful enough. Okay, please, don't do that. We can't be here trying to figure out things and supporting each other. One person have to be on the other side. This is a conversation. Okay, and then we try to provide more superior argument. This is the right way to go. I don't like this thing. The reason why we don't agree with the things which all these people are doing is because they want to be one-sided. Everybody wants to be one side. No. Somebody can take the other side, and then at the end of the day, we arrive to the right place.
I didn't know you want to say something, actually.
Okay. Go on. I want a second observation. The first one, let's go. We have to examine the process that makes the judge say that baby belongs to MOHBAD. Step by step examination of the process, right? What next?
I think that's the only main aspect of it that you can use.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Chairman, any observation?
Richie.
Comrade, I'm coming. Comrade, wait, please wait.
Forget.
Comrade, please wait. Comrade, please don't do due respect first. Chairman, any other observation?
No, I think I'm made my own.
Okay, thank you very much. Through the process. Go on, Comrade Moses.
Mr. Chairman, do you foresee the window and the space for external consultants recommendation based on the proceedings, based on the process of conducting the DNA?
Of course, that would have been done before you sign off.
Okay.
Before you sign off that you are okay
so before
with that.
sign off, the judge,
yes.
The judge will still call for the report of the external consultant.
Everything,
of course, the judge will,
every process will be documented, and the specimen will be collected.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think I can speak now. Can I speak?
Go on, yes. Go on, speak on.
Please, I need to speak without being interrupted. I beg you. Thank you.
You keep saying these things.
We ask
you are looking for people's
if you ask questions,
okay,
we ask
so now we ask a question.
Or if you are pushing, pushing a narrative that is not correct.
Okay,
yeah,
so I don't know what you're saying.
We will not give you the chance to mislead the public.
Hello,
exactly.
Sir.
Exactly.
Okay, please let me speak. I'm not being paid to do this, and I'm doing this, okay? Now, you ask a question. Could there be flaws in DNA? Yes. And let me use just the simple layman's language. Errors. We've seen errors in DNA samples and DNA results. The question is, can Mr. Loba challenge this in the court of law? Yes, in a million reasons. And I don't pray this happen. The number one reason why a DNA might not be accurate is sample contamination. During the collection of the sample, was there any, contamination?
How do you prove there was? How do you prove there was?
Okay, hold on. Let me finish. You guys.
That's the process we just spoke about.
Okay, hold on. Yes. If there is sample contamination, Mr. Loba could challenge that in court.
Oh my God. How do you prove there was?
Now, this is how to prove that there was contamination. During the procedure, when the sample was being collected, in what condition was that sample collected in? Mr. Loba,
all of those will have been stated in the procedure.
Please, sir, let me finish.
You're just going to detail process.
Listen, I don't know why you keep attacking me when I'm speaking.
No. I'm not attacking you.
How do Richie, how do you determine contamination? Richie,
hey, papariano.
Richie, how do you determine contamination?
I kept quiet and I listened to all of you.
Let it quiet. Let us speak.
Okay, wait. Juicy said you guys should allow. Juicy said you should allow.
Thank you, Juicy. Juicy, I've been calling your name since.
Yes, I speak to you.
Juicy, I love you, guys. I love you. I love your name. Yeah.
Juicy is here.
Okay, Juicy, welcome. I'm calling your name since. Okay, so number two. Okay, so the number two reason why we think that Mr. Loba could challenge this is court. There is a disease called chimerism. Okay? Chimerism is a rare genetic condition that can cause if one person has two or more different sets of DNA.
Wait, the brother just now.
Okay, hold on. So in this case, You see?
Now you are the one attacking how you doing.
Hold on. So the number 3 reason.
Tell me the name. I want to check it. Tell me the name. Tell me the name. And which website did you get it from? Which was it?
No. It's not a website. You have to go and check that out.
Which browser you use?
Yeah,
I
tell me.
think you have lawyers here.
Tell me the. I want to spell it for me. Is it chimerism?
Browser?
Medical dictionary.
Papariano, you have lawyers here, so why don't you let them speak? Because they know better.
Okay,
It's
go on.
not CHI. It's CHIMERISM.
RISM.
Yes.
Okay.
So now the number 3. Hold on, please let me finish because you all are your lawyers, right? So let's just talk about this, okay? So the number 3 reason why is fraud, intentional planting of DNA samples. If they can prove that, there was a fraud, yes, it could be challenged. So the best thing the court would have done in this case, since we have their lawyers and we have the other party, is for the judge to actually conduct that DNA inside the court, where Mr. Loba will be there, Wunmi present, and any
Inside
two other party. Please let me finish.
Inside the courtroom.
Wait.
Please let me finish.
No. That is
Let's
not
go back.
possible. I will not accept that.
Let her
That is
finish.
not.
No. Let her finish. No. Let her.
Papariano. I will never. That can never happen under the surface of this act. In the courtroom, don't come with that.
That's finished.
It will never happen.
Chairman, no.
Chairman.
Hold on.
Chairman, please.
Order.
Let her finish. Let her finish now.
Can you please elaborate that chimerism? Who has
Okay,
chimerism?
so chimerism is a rare genetic condition.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a rare. It's a rare genetic.
So how do
condition
you prove that there was chimerism? How do you prove there was chimerism?
Okay, so I have to prove that there is, chimerism is for them to do a blood test. Okay, so they can always check for that. Okay,
And they will do it in the courtroom.
please, please, can you excuse me, Mr. Chairman?
That's what you just said. That's what you just said. That they will do it in the
So,
courtroom.
Papariano.
Order.
Thank you, Papariano. I think the best thing the judge would have done was to conduct this in her office. Okay?
In
Where
judge
Mr.
office.
Loba is there. Okay? Mr. Loba would have been present.
Let her make a point.
Mr. Loba would have been present. Wunmi would have been present. Okay? Wunmi's lawyer, Mr. Loba's lawyer would have been present there. Just 4 people would have been present. Then do this and let everybody see. Mr. Loba will not be able to question it.
It will not happen in the courtroom. It's going to happen at the hospital facility, not in a courtroom.
There's
You
nothing
can have the
scientific.
DNA done.
There's nothing
In
scientific.
a laboratory.
There's
not
nothing
in a
scientific.
Have a DNA swab.
There is
Do you
nothing
know what-
scientific in what you are saying now.
Do you know what a DNA
They are
swab
all
is?
based on assumption.
Do you know
Not
what a
in a
DNA
judge,
swab is?
not in a judge courtroom. It will
Yes,
never
you
happen
can.
under Nigerian judiciary law.
Yes, you
Never.
can.
Listen,
Yes,
It
you
is
can.
never.
Yes, you
It should
can.
be in the laboratory.
Chairman,
not in
No,
court.
1 minute.
No,
Chairman,
you can't.
Chairman, 1
Court
minute.
is not
I
a
challenge
medical
you.
facility.
Miss
No,
Adedoyin.
court is
No,
not-
Miss Adedoyin.
A court
You
is not
can't.
a
1 minute,
medical
1 minute.
facility. And
No,
you can't do
you
that
can't.
in the court. You
No,
cannot.
Miss
You cannot
No.
do
Miss
that in a
Adedoyin.
court.
Miss Adedoyin.
No,
Miss
you can't.
Adedoyin.
And let me tell you how. Yes,
Miss
you can.
Adedoyin. Let me ask you a question about what you said.
Let me speak. Yes, let me speak now. Yes, you can. So
Let
this,
me-
there is, hold on, please. There is something called a DNA swab. Okay? There is no need for all of this. What they should have done is take a DNA swab and swab them out. Mr. Loba is here.
But
They
the
don't need to take
chimerism
a
you are
bad sample.
making, the chimerism you are talking about is just telling about 2 samples of DNA that can be found in a human body. If 2 samples can be found, is a sickness, is a very rare sickness. Chimerism happens when, especially in the twins.
It's 1 in a million.
Yes, and it's just like, okay, a man, let's say MOHBAD, for instance, is the subject matter here, is having chimerism, or probably Baba Loba, or as you speak, Mama MOHBAD, is having chimerism, and 2 set of DNA sample coming out of that person. So it might not be coming from 2 different people at the same time. It was a rare sickness. And that is why 2 or 3 samples can be taken for the test. Probably the one, let's assume that Baba Oba is the donor and the little child. Or let's take from Mama Mohbad, which I think is the best person to take from at this time.
Thank
Who's
you.
taking from? Yes, Abi Richie. I think Mama Mohbad is better.
Is the best.
So taking from Mama Mohbad and the little child, which is the best. And
Exactly.
Mama Mohbad might be tested for chimerism, in as well there's possibility of one of them having 2 samples of DNA in their organ. But it's rare though. It's rare. But he has to do that. Your legal team has to
Rotimi,
work.
please, I want to agree with that because those family they have problems. So definitely there could be something like that. Because the way they are behaving, you know that they are not okay.
Yeah.
So,
Listen,
my own
Juices, we're not talking in that line at the moment. We're not
That's
going
not what
that
I'm
far.
talking about. What I am talking about is taking samples will never be conducted in a courtroom. Never.
No.
Can.
They will send you to
Yes,
you are right.
I disagree with you. Yes, you can.
Okay, can you prove to me where that has happened in Nigeria for once? Let's go to the records.
No, apart from that, Adedoyin, you said,
hold on,
Chairman, 1 minute. Chairman, 1 minute. You said
you come and take it in his office or in the courtroom.
Exactly. You said something. Adedoyin, you said
the whole process already. It is
well, exactly. That's what I'm going to. Chairman, you said Adedoyin, you said that if the DNA sample has been contaminated. Yeah, that's what you said. And then you now saying that you want this thing to be conducted in court.
Courtroom.
So if you guys can just
listen, no. Let's play logical sense.
Yes, it could have been conducted in the judge's office.
And I'm asking you, which one of this is left more exposure of contamination? In the courtroom or in the lab? Answer that question. It's only one answer, right?
Just let me speak. Please, there is something called the DNA kit. Okay? And DNA kit is accurate. Sometimes it's 99.9%. It's accurate, very accurate, if it's used well. Okay? So now, where there's going to be contamination is if Mr. Loba says, okay, when they went to take Mohbad sample, they did not do it well. There's a problem here. There's a problem that. Mr. Loba could challenge that. Okay? So another thing is, please let me, the man can just come back and say, well, it was fraudulent. And I don't agree with that. Now, this is where it would have been easy for everybody. The paternity, just to make everything easy, they would have just have a paternity kit. It's a paternity kit, and they can just conduct that. It's simple. It's just a swab. All they need is a doctor who will be there, and they can swab the mother, maybe swab Mr. Loba, and check it right there. It's simple.
Yes, okay. A paternity kit can be used anywhere, though.
1 minute.
Yeah, it's just like
why you guys think this is so complicated.
When you are doing corona test, it can be used anywhere. So on that, she's right. But professionally, court will not allow people to come and do it in the court law because they were like, there is a facility, a medical professional, and they have the lab to do it. Professionally, it will not be allowed. It will not be allowed professionally.
Okay, so now, let me ask you a question. Now, what about at the end of the day, if the lab they took this sample to, if they compromised?
Are they doing? When the last toxicology...
Why are you confusing yourself now?
The result came from a doctor. A government doctor.
A government
Whatever a government doctor by the government doctor, that is what the judge.
Are you a stakeholder in this case?
She's asking a very reasonable question.
A government doctor can...
Why do you always antagonizing me when I speak?
Your question is important. Adedo, your question is very important, but the issue is like this.
Do you have a stake chairman in this case?
Hold on. Adedo, you wait now. You are very right. You are asking a very
do you
important
have interest in this case, chairman?
I'm part of this case. Yes.
Adedo. Come on. Someone should hold on. Your question is very important. It's like this the onus is on your legal team. The responsibility is your legal team to be up and doing, to open their eyes to the process, to understand what and what. They can even get medical experts in their own side, their own expert working with them, who will not compromise, who has to monitor the process, because that is why you need to involve an expert. As chairman has said, as an auditor, you involve an expert, for instance, to do a valuer for you. Chairman, you are an accountant. If you want to value an estate, you will not value it yourself as an auditor. Who do you call? You call an estate surveyor, right, chairman? So
anyway,
this stamp that will be recognized anywhere, not my own stamp.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry, Mr. Rotimi. A blood test can be taken anywhere, any place, at any time.
Yeah.
But cannot be conducted in the courts. Never. I've never seen the place.
Exactly.
I've never.
Okay,
so now I am not saying. Listen, I think you guys. Hold on. I think you're missing it. I'm not saying that a blood sample should be taken or anything or whatever. If you understand what I'm saying, I said instead of going through this trauma, all they would need, all that needed to be done is get a DNA kit and swab Mr. Loba. Hold on, please let me.
This is beyond those tests.
Can you let people finish for goodness sake?
It's beyond those
let's
tests.
allow her.
It's ridiculous.
Let's allow her.
Let her land, please.
Okay.
I said it 1,000 again.
Hold on.
What I'm trying to say is that a DNA kit, they can just take a DNA kit and just swipe. It can just be swipe and swap Mr. Loba, then swipe the child or swipe the mother.
No, we're not swapping. We're not swapping Mr. Loba this time around. That's wrong.
Let me finish.
And let her finish.
Okay, all right. So that could be done. Then when it comes to the blood work, okay, when it comes to the blood sample.
Can you repeat? Sorry, because of the noise.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so now, what I'm saying is that just to get up, because there is a lot of noise about this DNA, whatever. I said this would have been so easy and so simple if maybe a genetic, or maybe a DNA kit, they can buy a DNA kit and they can do it in front of Mr. Loba and Wumi will be there, so that there's not going to be any, okay, this is not, my son's child, there's a problem right here, just to keep everybody's mind at peace. They can conduct it right there. DNA kits, I can buy a DNA kit and just swipe and check. It's easy. Okay? There's no point. Now, when it comes to the blood, to do the blood work, of course, when you are taking a blood sample, you have to be in a more sterile, in a more, conducive, in a better environment, because, the sample, needs to be properly kept. Now, all that, what condition did they even, keep the sample? These are things we need to look at. And we already know that MOHBAD sample, according to what we were told, it was kept for a long time.
But MOHBAD, hello, Adedoyin, they can't take MOHBAD's blood.
Hold on. You guys just said something now. You said the blood cannot be taken, right? You said that, right? And I am answering to that. So what I'm saying is that when it comes to blood work, yes, it has to be done in a lab. But when it comes to the DNA, a DNA kit is a simple kit that can just give us an answer. Why all this trouble?
Now, Adedoyin, I want to answer that question, please. Right? Please let me answer this question on DNA kit. Do you know during the COVID, you have a COVID test kit everywhere in there, right? That you take a swab just to check. And do you believe that this COVID kit, some of them are contaminated, they don't give you the true results?
No.
Do you believe that? Yeah, exactly.
No,
that's the more reason.
A COVID kit.
That's 1 minute. Let me finish now. Let me finish now, please. Let me finish.
No, you just
let me finish. Let me finish. No, I will not allow you to talk over me this time around.
No.
I'm not going to allow you to talk over me. Please.
She's a moderator.
I know. She can drop me. I know. That's why Papi made that moderator.
Okay,
but, listen, what I'm trying to say is The mouth swab for DNA, yes, is available, but in this kind of complex case, that would not be satisfactory enough. Let's get it straight, okay? When we're dealing with this kind of case, a mouth swapping kit is not enough to establish the DNA result that we're trying to approach here.
Then I want to say something here. Are they doing?
I'll rule that out completely.
Okay. Sorry,
Honestly.
Mr. Richie. Did Baba Mohbad and Mohbad, have they done Baba Mohbad and Mohbad's DNA first?
We're not going to use Baba Mohbad in this case now.
Because if they want to do that, they're supposed, if they want to do Baba Mohbad,
that's why they are keeping Mohbad's body.
No, Mama
Wait, please.
Mama
Don't let us go into that Baba Mohbad.
Please, no. Let me. I just want to make a point here, please, because Adedoyin is saying they should do Baba Mohbad's DNA with the child, and that's why I'm saying. Have they done Baba Mohbad and Mohbad's DNA first? If they do Baba Mohbad and Mohbad's DNA, if it's okay, if it matches, fine. They can go ahead and do Baba Mohbad and Liam's DNA together. But if they've not done that, then they won't get the right thing. Or if by preamble he's not Mohbad's father, what would happen at the end of the day? It will still be giving us what is not.
The best is to use Mama Mohbad straight up.
Mohbad said, Baba Mohbad.
That's not what even we are dragging.
So,
this is what I'm dragging
first.
And I will continue.
She just said that.
And I'm going to conclude. I'm not going to back down on this with you until this is put to rest. And which is that to avoid all of this, wala, I understand. And that a judge is okay, come to my court, buy a swab. Oya, come on, in front of me, Oya, take the swab and do the test. And in front of me. That is not going to happen in Nigerian judiciary. Never.
Maybe in another planet.
It will never happen in Nigerian judiciary.
Lie.
The judge will ask you to go to the government hospital. Go and do it there, and the result will be submitted by that doctor and not by you. So a DNA, whether we swap or kit or you buy it from the market, you now come in front of the court or in the court office. In fact, that would be a case to the Supreme Court. It can never happen. And let us rule that out in this matter.
Okay. All right, so can I come in now?
Government approved.
All right, can I come in now?
Thank you.
Chairman. Now, I'm still going to disagree with you 100%. I will disagree with you. Yes, it's
so let's come with evidence.
So now, Chairman, I listen to you. Yes, it can be done. So the problem is Nigeria is not there yet. Okay? Nigeria is not there yet. Hold on. Please let me speak. Nigeria is not there yet. Okay. If you are a judge, or maybe you are a lawyer, maybe you are a judge. Okay? So I don't want to go into details with you because I don't think it's necessary to bring that up here. There's no need for that. If you, let's say for example, you have a paternity case before you. I want to tell you now, if you have a paternity case before you and you have the father and the mother, what happened is they will call both of you, yourself and your partner will be called into a room. Right there. If you are a social worker, not even a social worker, let's leave social worker. If you are a judge, right, a paternity judge or whatever it is, okay? So what happened is both the father and the mother will be in your office and you will swipe both of them. Both of them will be swiped. Let me finish. Mr. Chairman, let me finish. Mr. Chairman, let me finish.
No, don't go into future. Don't go into past.
No, I'm not going into future. I'm going
this is not the first time they are conducting DNA in Nigeria.
No.
Don't even go there.
I'll continue to argue with you because I know what I'm saying. Okay, let me finish. So now,
Adedoyin, the country you are in, Adedoyin, the country you are in.
Even at the country she is, it's not done there. In the country she is, it's not done there. Shebe America, Shebe London.
Please don't do this. Don't do this. We are not fools here. We are not.
Shebe London, Shebe America. some of it now.
Give me an evidence in a
in the court, they'll come and reflect us. They'll do DNA.
Mr. Chairman, we are not illiterate.
As of today.
Come on.
Mr. Chairman.
What are you talking about that is so
Mr. Chairman. Don't do this. People are listening all over the world.
Mr. Chairman.
Don't mess.
Mr. Chairman.
We are all educated.
Mr. Chairman, I don't think there is a need for us to be contending this Adedoyin's arguments. I classify it as an assumption.
Hold up.
They are all assumptions, and I don't. Yeah, they are assumptions.
Yeah,
and we don't need to be subjecting it to clarification or argument, please.
Exactly. So whatever we are saying is not as if the government is going to take it off.
Comrade Moses, please, I have a question for you. You asked me to ask you the question. So you are the one that permitted me.
Is it as regards the DNA that you are discussing?
No. You permitted me yesterday that when I see you, I should ask you the question.
Okay, ask.
You said, I was asking Yeyekudi that where is the voice? I was asking Yeyekudi on our platform that where is the voice notes between herself and spending. And she said herself that and you told me that I should ask you. Though it was Yeyekudi that told me, but you still asked me that I should ask you about that voice note. So I'm asking you now, what do you know about that voice note between spending and Yeyekudi?
Okay, so if I tell you what I know about the voice notes, please, can you tell me what you want to use it to do?
No.
Answer my question now.
Yeah. Because
answer my question now.
What kind of question?
Answer my question now.
Wait, I'm asking. Let me reply you. That is why I am taking my time to ask somebody that told me. They actually told me. And why you come to me that I should ask you? Why do you tell me that I should ask you? When I was asking someone
I'm not saying calm down. Okay, I'm not saying I'm not answering your question.
For public consumption. That is the answer.
No, it's not for public consumption. It's because she would have allowed me to ask. And if Yeyekudi asked me, I would tell Yeyekudi my answer. But he said it has answered me. And this voice note is very important for this justice for MOHBAD. Spending have challenged Yeyekudi that she should bring it out. Are you are ready to be responsible to Yeyekudi that I should ask
I said you should challenge me.
So you shouldn't use
one
to ask me again. She shouldn't use question to ask to give me a question again.
No, you must ask the question.
No.
See,
I was on my
calm
own
down.
asking Yeyekudi. You were the one that came to me that I should ask you. So you can't use question to ask me question.
If you are not ready to answer the question, then you allow the case to rest.
Automatic. Wait, if I said you are stupid now, it will look at it and I'm insulting you because I was there asking Yeyekudi on my own. You came to me that you asked you. You came to me that you asked you.
What do you want to do with that information?
No, Shema, please. Please,
tell me what you want to do with the information.
Hello, please.
Juices.
Be out of it. Be out of it. Be out of it. Just respect yourself and stay in that place.
Can we be induct ourselves, please?
And I was on my own asking Yeyekudi before he came to me. So if I started insulting him, I started saying something to him now, he will look at him that somebody is insulting somebody. I was on my own asking Yeyekudi, and if you know that he cannot answer me in the first place, he should have come to me. He should have just respect himself and stay there. Because if I say he's stupid, it's not in his right sense. She will look at somebody is insulting somebody.
No, she's not boyfriend.
No, I'm asking me. She's a question to answer me. Nonsense. That is what they do. What they eat up and down. Let's take it easy.
Me, I want to ask that, okay, I need it for public consumption. If you can give it to us, the answer.
Mr. Chairman, with due respect, the voice note is not meant for public consumption. Okay. Because all past voice notes that has been released on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and so on has not yielded any results. So we should wait till for where the voice note will be useful, then it will be made available. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
That's I think that answers it.
It makes a lot of sense, yeah.
It's not everything that you see that comes to the public. When there is need for
Sister GC, even if you want to ask him, I could have even said this.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
Even if you want to ask him, you should have just go to his DM to ask.
Exactly.
Like this.
You cannot be asking somebody like that kind of question on a public platform.
I'm here. I can hear you. I can hear you, Judith. I can hear you, Juicy.
No, look at it. I don't draw that ground.
Oh.
Before you know it's not, they will say you come to the DM. They'll be forming another story. Me, I don't do it. That was what I was. I look at it. I was asking Yeye. Yeye was the one that told me, and I was asking Yeye. And if you know that you cannot answer it, you won't tell me that when you see me, ask me. You won't. I respect people. I saw my name. Do you understand? I saw my name. I don't go back. If you are under that comment section, hey, you about me. If you are attacking me, saying something, I don't reply you. I look at you. When that time comes for me to come for you, I'll come for you big time. But for the fact that you're attacking, I'm not replying. That doesn't mean that I'm free or I'm not seeing you. But that is not me. I don't have time for that. But I was on my own. You should have allowed you to answer me. You tag me. Ask me when you see me. And I ask you now. You can just tell me that, okay, don't worry. Ask me later or come to my inbox. Or when you ask me here, come to my inbox, I will explain it to you. You won't use questions to ask me a question again when you know you can't answer it. You should have done that in the first place.
Can we move on, please?
We were listening to Baba MOHBAD's this thing today. Oh yeah, let's go. Can we continue from there? For those of us who are not live when Baba was talking, that is where we started from. Can we go back to Baba MOHBAD's public speech today?
I don't know. I want to say something, please, because me too, I wasn't there. But the little I heard from Supreme platform, I think they are saying Baba is going to start all over again. So what does that mean? I don't know.
What is he starting all over
again? Do everything all over again.
Everything. Inquest, everything.
That's what I want to be.
Inquest.
I want to
all over.
Is it inquest?
Maybe you didn't hear well.
Yeah,
it's not all over.
I wasn't there. So I have to ask a question.
Whoever
what did Baba want to start all over again?
I think I heard the summary from what is that moderator self?
Ish.
He said that Baba said was going to instruct the lawyer Shitu to is he write a letter to the court so that Corona can start again?
Okay.
Start Corona again, not start all over again.
All over. Okay.
Corona.
I think the little I heard was when Baba was saying he didn't believe in any 3 seconds video. I think I heard that today.
He did a recap, yeah.
The Corona is at the Corona is at the deal of Federal High Court or wherever they go to. It is not anybody writing to anybody to start Corona.
Not even she to start it.
Yes, go on.
Can I say something?
Go on.
Baba life today is just a caricature.
Oh my God.
My brother, I just don't want to talk. Before Paparano will nail me that I am being by a woman's
I want to say something.
I just don't want to talk about
I think ó ti sú bàbá yẹn. Ó ti sú bàbá yẹn gan fún rẹ̀. Ó ti sú.
Whoever has it, can we play it, please?
Is it okay if we please well, I think I'm moderating, right?
I don't know you. Hold on.
Talking, so let us talk as well now. Are you the owner of this platform?
Are you the only moderator of the platform?
Because you are a moderator, that doesn't mean that you.
Toba, you should start calling us lawyer. Papariano lawyer.
Please,
they are on this platform, so we deal with public opinion.
Okay.
It's not private opinion.
One by one.
I don't know you about the Jetisha.
Wallahi.
Hold on. Who has the Baba today? Who has the audience?
Chairman, we are telling you recap now. Recap is what we are telling you recap. Listen to recap before we play the full voice. Oh, yeah. Now, for Baba to say he wants to instruct the lawyer to go and start Corona, Shey Baba lo stop Corona tẹ́lẹ̀. You are not the one that stopped Corona. It's not you. It's Bankole and Smith that is because they took the case to court. That is the court that stopped Corona. So those caricature doesn't mean they did not brief Baba what was going on. Number one. Number two, you are still telling us, yeah, you want to disband what is the Odumosu. We all knew that you guys were doing nothing. The legal team. They were just playing with the public funds. Baba is coming to us that he has printed his, what do I call it now? Statement of account. He's compiling it. Statement of account that will send to my email as I'm sitting down here and bring it out in 1 second. I be Baba be all there, you are giving us his coming. See, it is high time people stand up and know what they are doing. When the meeting we had this morning on Madam Mary's was the public need their own lawyer and give Baba relevance. People are still giving Mr. Aloba relevance to this matter, and that is why he's doing what he's doing. Baba is telling us there are sheep, there are goats, there are animal in his
Can you imagine? Yes, I heard that too.
Lẹ́nu Baba.
Lẹ́nu àwọn tó fún ẹ lówó.
And people are sitting there. Say he has goats, there are sheep. There are sheep, there are goats. Who do you categorize?
Now you say Baba is calling you a goat.
Rotimi, I want to ask question. What about the calculation of the money? What did this say about the money?
That is what I'm telling you now. He said that he is compiling the statement of accounts.
That's joy.
My dear sister.
Hey.
That's not only justice for MOHBAD food. It's
Baba to do Oluwole account.
No, paint real account.
Wọ́n fẹ́ paint àwọn bìkan kúrò ń bẹ̀ wọ́n máa bá yín paint.
No, Chiama ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ rí orúkọ àwọn èèyàn kúrò ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ rí orúkọ àwọn èèyàn kúrò ń bẹ̀.
Chairman, Adedoyin, you are not nice. Why will you be asking that question? That who are the goats? I don't know people keep him about for the
Adedoyin is a sheep.
Wumi supporter are the ghosts. Wumi supporter are the ghosts.
Chairman.
Yes, man.
I want us to look at this, okay? Please, you know what? There are no goats, okay? There are no goats. All right?
Are you debunking what Baba said?
I want to ask you a question, Chairman.
Or you are Baba.
Okay, Chairman. Okay, listen, everyone.
Okay, I am one of the goats.
It's okay, don't worry. I want to ask.
I am one of the goats.
No, you're not a goat.
Goats not a hear word. I cannot be a sheep. I can't be a sheep to Aloba. Mi ò lè máa tẹ̀lé go káàkiri.
Okay, all right. So I want to ask Chairman this question.
I reject to be a sheep to Aloba.
Okay, hold on.
I am a goat.
Hold on, Mr. Rotimi.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Rotimi, I'm going to block. Mr. Rotimi, I'm going to block you. I will block you now.
Block me, very careful.
God don't hear what Mr.
I will drop you. Want me to drop you? I'm joking.
Now shift
Okay,
the
so
do now shift the do
Chairman,
like that.
Mute him.
Chairman, I want to ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
This question just came to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in paternity fraud?
What is paternity for? What's my business with paternity?
Chairman.
What planet are you from?
Hold on.
Please hold on.
Shipado doing. Can you play us?
Okay, so now.
Baba MOHBAD,
Okay, so now hold on now. Chairman, hold on. You see, if I was your lecturer, I would have I don't know what I would have, but that's okay.
Okay.
So now
give me carry over now.
I want students.
Okay, so now,
attend the class.
Chairman, I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Let's say, for example, right, if a lady lies, now let's say there's a paternity fraud whereby, please, this is not a joke. I just want every one of us to look at this. Let's say, for example, there's a paternity fraud whereby money was paid so that a sample can be changed, right? Yeah. So do you think, at the end of the day, if this is known that there was a fraud, what do you think would happen?
Mrs. Adedo, can I answer for chairman?
Yes, please answer.
Do you think we can be so smart?
I want to answer. You said, do you think? Can you imagine a goat?
I can answer with a question. Don't worry. In a logical way.
Chairman, this is not a joke.
Chairman is not a joke.
Please, can we just, please?
Oh, yeah, let's
go ahead, Mr. Rotimi.
You see, we cannot be smarter than the government. Let me tell you 100%. Whatever you think we are doing, right? If government wants to still help Wumi to say that child is for MOHBAD and the child is not for MOHBAD, they go help am. Kò sí kankan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Bọ́dọ̀ papariano. Nothing will happen.
Okay. So
I'm telling you for a fact.
Government can do that.
No. Hold on now. You hold on. Please hold on. Let's take turns.
Sit down there, Yoruba. Sit down there.
Why do you think the government will go as far as changing the results?
The results. So
why do government
they don't need to change the result. They know how delicate this matter is. Now, for the past 2 months, Wumi or whoever has made it known to us that Wumi have agreed to do DNA. My dear sister, what is holding it? Ask yourself now. What is holding the process? China hospital are not there available for Nigeria or what? Or the chief medical director are on leave for more than 2 months that they cannot spot an hospital, or as Bakola and Smith stopping that case too in court, that they cannot still get the hospital to conduct the DNA for more than 2 months. Wumi has agreed to do DNA.
But
so why are we collaborating in one?
No, is it that not Timmy? Hold on. Is it that they've not, because according to Baba, I've heard him say this, that it's only the court that can read the result, which means to me that it has been conducted.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Okay.
The result cannot be touched by anybody except by the court. So I want to believe because Corona is not.
That one is for autopsy and toxicology.
No. He said DNA. No.
That is what Baba said.
He mentioned DNA. I heard it from Baba.
So, Chairman, let me ask you a question. Chairman, now let me ask you a question. So, do you think that paternity could be challenged? It can be challenged?
Of course, if
you see something strange, you can challenge it.
Hold on. Let's listen to Chairman. Hold on, man. Go ahead.
If any of the interested party, okay, there's a foul play in the process and procedure of arriving at that result, yes, it can be challenged. Okay,
so now I'm reading a statement right here. I think it's by Oracle.
Oracle just wrote something here. She said, no, it cannot be challenged. Can you please address that, Mr. Chairman?
We have said
I'm
this.
looking at this
It
from,
can
I
be
think it's
challenged.
from Oracle.
Hold on.
No, hold
We have
on,
said
please.
it before.
Hold on, please. So I'm reading from
We have said it
Oracle.
before now.
Oracle says, no, it cannot be challenged. Chairman, can you address that, please?
That's what I'm saying. And maybe before Oracle came in, we have addressed it that the judge will first of all give you a decree nisi. And they will give you a window, a cool-off window, maybe 10 days to 15 days. You know, for you to see if you have any challenge to that decree missing.
Okay.
If after the window elapses, there is no challenge from any of the party, then the judge will go ahead and issue a decree absolute, which is now the final.
That means it cannot be revoked.
So you have the window to challenge, if any. If you have any contrary evidence to what the procedure or what the result says, you must come with your own evidence to challenge it.
So within the 15 days.
There. It depends.
So would that be within the 15 days, Mr. Chairman?
It depends on the days given. Sometimes it could be 50 days, it could be 30 days, it depends on, but they will give you a window between these two decrees. You can challenge it, obviously, if you have a contrary and evidence.
Okay, so now this is what I think. So does anybody, do you want to, is there any other input apart from Mr. Chairman? Okay, nobody, okay.
You can go ahead, Adedoyin.
Okay, I think Mr. Rotimi, go ahead, sir.
You mean on the DNA?
Yes, sir.
No input.
Okay, so now I want to say something. I think that I'm not wishing this. The DNA could, yes, it can be challenged. Now, I'm not teaching anyone. A petition can be filed to disestablish the paternity. Okay? A petition could be filed to disestablish a paternity. All right? But I pray that this DNA goes well. I pray that I really want Liam to be Mohbad's son. I really want that child to be Mohbad's son. I would be very happy if that child is Mohbad's son. I really want Mohbad to have a son. I will be so happy to see that, okay? It will gladden my heart. Okay? But at the end of the day, we want a fair DNA to be conducted. Okay? So, because why? Now, let's look at the consequences. Okay, let's look at the consequences. So what do you think the consequences would be for this child in future? What do you think? Do you think if there's a DNA fraud, how do we think this could affect this child in future? Let's say, for example, right, there is a fraud and Mr. Lobas just agrees and say, okay, well, it's my child's son. I'm going to leave it as such. So do you think there's going to be any repercussion, or do you think there's going to be any psychological effect on this child as the child starts to grow up?
Adedoyin, in my own view, there cannot be a fake if there is no original. There cannot be a fake if there is no original. It's either Mohbad is his or not. Do you understand? Now, if you want to say there is a fraud, then you must come up with your own original. If you cannot come up with your own original, then forget it. There's no fraud.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Chairman. So you are saying that they need to come up with their own original?
Yes.
So their own original...
No, what I'm saying is, if you are countering something, if you are saying this is fake, then that means you have the original.
Okay, so if you are saying that it has to be original, that means during the when this DNA was being conducted, was Mr. Loba allowed to also conduct his own DNA apart from the one being conducted by the government?
That's why he has his lawyer, he has his doctor, he has his own medical personnel in there. He doesn't have to be there by himself. You have to be there by your lawyer. You have to have a medical representative.
So did Odumosu conduct that? Was that done by Odumosu?
How do we know?
I am not Aloba. I am not a lover.
Which kind of question be this one now?
I am not even
This
a
man
lover.
name is Chairman. His name is not. His name
I am not a lover.
and he's not one of their family.
But if I am to be a lover, okay, if I am to be a lover,
Okay.
I have my lawyer in there.
Baba, you know, get
I
your
have my
lawyer.
own medical personnel.
You will be there. You will be there.
Leave me. I don't even want to be there. I have my lawyer that I can trust. I have my medical personnel that I can trust. I have my PI that I can trust. These three people will be from the procedure 0 to 100.
Okay.
They will be in the process from 0 to results.
So now,
If any of these three people comes back to me and say, sir, there's a foul play, then there's a foul play, I'll reject the results.
Mr. Rotimi, you know you are a
your lawyer was bribed, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Do you think that your lawyer could also compromise too?
That is why, as a presidential candidate, I'm not allowed to be in the collation center. I have my agent in the collation center. So whatever my agent does at the collation center is binding on me. I'll go to court. But if I now go to court and my agent say, did you sign this? Yes, I signed it. Is this what you signed? Yes, this is what you signed. What do you want me to do?
Mr. Chairman, ojú àwo làwọn fi ń bọbẹ̀ 100%.
Okay.
Please, can someone brings this person up? I think someone is waiting.
To do what?
Okay, so
Yeah,
with those three
moderator
people,
now.
okay, with those
I don't know how to do it. Sorry.
okay, so with those three people that I've mentioned, I will put myself there to make him fall. All of us go there.
Okay. All right. So now, Mr. Chairman. Okay. So we do believe that. So I do think that I really want to beg, and I don't want this to I want this to be conducted in a real way. Now, it's going to really affect, I don't really want to believe there's going to be fraud in this. I don't want to believe it. I just want to leave it as it is. I don't want to, go further. I don't want to, complicate matters. So, and I won't speak on that. So now, let's go back to what Mr. Loba said today. Something caught my attention. Mr. Rotimi said something. He said Mr. Loba said that some people are goats and some people are sheep. Is there any way you can
animals?
Yes, can you shed some light on that, Mr. Rotimi?
I just said it now. Any other light? He's not in the darkness.
Adedoyin, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Before you guys move for the DNA, before you guys move on the DNA, I have a question for Adedoyin and Mr. Chairman. And I'm going to be the devil advocate here now.
Please don't be the devil's advocate.
I like to.
You can throw it to Mr. Chairman. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Yes. I'm joking, Susan.
I like to think different. Now, in this situation of DNA now, okay, what of you mentioned something of foul play. And for me, where the foul play is going to come from, let's say this baby in question does not belong to MOHBAD, and at the end of the day, they maneuver their way in and they come out to say, hey, Baba MOHBAD, the DNA, the baby belongs to MOHBAD. And at the end of the day, the public, we all finish justice for MOHBAD, walk away, leave Baba MOHBAD alone. And the real father of this baby come up to say, okay, this is my baby.
Wow.
What will happen?
Please, let's clap for Susie. Clap for Susie. Is there a clapping button? How do you guys do that clapping button?
Right, moderator now.
I don't know how to do it, Chairman. Go ahead and do it.
Okay. Now, Susie, this is my answer.
So for me,
this paternity is from the court.
That's a very good one. Very good.
This paternity is from
Very
the court.
solid one.
Okay? The result is from the court. Whatever the result that the court signs, it's like you getting married in the court. They now give you a certificate that you are now Mrs. Rotimi. And one guy now will come up tomorrow and say, no, I was the one that dated you before. Once the court signs that this baby belongs to Liam, and it belongs to MOHBAD, whoever that will come up and say, I am the father, that person will find himself in court, in jail.
Exactly.
No, I disagree.
You see, do you?
Yeah, go ahead, Susie. Go ahead.
Do you know why I asked this question? No, a second DNA can prove it. And because the father in question, the original father in questions, was not in the picture at the time they are doing this first DNA, he can come up and said, okay, the hospital scanned.
No, please, Mr. Rotimi, let's allow Susie.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, Susie.
Hold on. The father can come up and say, oh, the hospital scanned the public, it scanned Baba MOHBAD. I'm the true father of this baby. I want a second DNA. Boom. And the second DNA being done. Boom. And the baby turned out to become the man's own. At that time, the cases of MOHBAD is gone. You understand? We are no more fighting for justice for MOHBAD again.
Let's hold on. Come on, let's take it one by one.
My sister, somebody will go to jail, and let me explain.
The thing is done from the government.
Hold on.
Somebody will go to jail, chairman.
Somebody will go to jail. Let me explain.
Hold on, Mr. Rotimi. Okay, chairman.
I was trying to say
Please,
that.
let's take it one after the other. Please.
Yeah, hold on, Mr. Rotimi. Okay, Mr. Chairman, sir.
I just want to add this to the possibility.
Okay, sir, go ahead.
Yes. I was trying to say, the man will wait after 10, 15 years. He will now surface. After the child is grown, I will not tell you that, okay, I'm the real father. What you guys did the other time was a fraud. Let's go and conduct my own now. It will start the whole legal process, 100%. So
that's what I'm now saying now, that the hospital, the doctor that signed the first test as being positive will go for it.
Exactly.
He will go for it.
And he will lose his license.
What are you talking about? Somebody will enter jail in this matter.
He will go to jail. So now, let me tell you something else that could happen. So apart from the doctor going to jail, and that is where the paternity fraud comes in. So now, the mother of the child, hold on, did she willingly lie? Did every one of them join hands together to lie that the child, did they lie to change? Yes. Did they lie to change the result? If that is the case, the mother will go to jail, the doctor will go to jail, and it's going to be a big issue. Then,
even the father-in-law, if you know it's about it.
Everyone. Then,
Mrs. Adedoyi,
yeah, go ahead.
I don't think the mother will go to jail.
Tell me why.
It is the lab technician and the doctor that will be held responsible.
So,
and medically,
what if the doctor come out and said, okay, we are manipulating, somebody manipulate us to give us to put out that result.
So what about
his license any fucking time?
In fact, he will go and serve his time in jail.
The doctor says that he was bribed.
He was bribed. Then he will face the consequence. He will face the consequence.
Hold on. That might not be correct. They will still tell you there was a mistake in the process. Nobody will go to jail. And they will bring their medical times and tell you that there was a mistake, there was a blood swap or whatsoever.
They will lose the doctor will lose his license.
My dear, for this government will get hand inside this matter. I will leave license where license dey.
Okay, so can I say something? Okay, all right. So can I just say something? You see, that was why I told you all when I was speaking, and I didn't know that Susie was going to come up. I think I'm hearing myself. Okay, I think I'm hearing you.
We can hear you.
Okay, so before Susie came up, that was why I said that there could be. That was why I was talking about conducting the DNA where everyone can see.
But
so
not
in this case, hold on. In this case, okay. So let's leave that. I don't want to go into that. So now, in this case of MOHBAD, I think it would have been advisable if the DNA test would have been conducted in different places, in 3 different places, so that in the future,
That's the way it's supposed to be.
if this comes back, they can say that this DNA was conducted in 3 different places. Okay, I think that will settle this in the future.
You see, Adedoyin, if I were to be this family, and Wumi, if Wumi want to be like transparent, what they should have done is to just leave. We have international hospitals that is going to be a neutral person on this case. Go to St. Nicholas, go to National Hospital, International Hospital in Abuja. You understand? You know, go get the DNA done there. You understand? These are neutral people, you know, but if they bring up any hospital, any clinic that belongs to any Nigerian person, in this case, I'm not going to trust it, because, you see, a lot of things has happened on this Justice for MOHBAD. You are beginning to watch the pattern of how they have handled this MOHBAD's case. Anything is bound to happen, you know. So for me, chances of somebody pulling up in future and say, hey, this baby is my baby, or chances of, you know, they suppress Baba MOHBAD and Baba MOHBAD has to agree.
Can you bring this person up,
understand?
please?
You know, Baba MOHBAD will have to agree to the terms and conditions that comes with this DNA. You know, I don't know if anybody is looking at it from the way I'm looking at it. Because,
Susie, thank you. Can I quickly say something? See, this also is one of the problems that I am personally having with Odumosu. Because when you hear this story of DNA, this person should meet now. Ich bin sugar. Mute. So, because when you see what they this day, I mean, how they went about this DNA, this was a suggestion sold from Wumi lawyer to Baba lawyer, and they accepted it. So it was a plan work. Like, okay, in this case, how can we get to this man? How can we work our way out? How can we do that? If case happen, the man cannot even fight it. That was why they suggested that they should just settle out of court, and these are the terms and conditions. And imagine that Odumosu then accepted to that. That was why I'm saying that Odumosu is not for justice. As far as me, I've been saying this from the beginning, and this is even making this more clearer that those people are working for somebody.
Okay, Susie, can you take this question, please? Susie,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so now, I think this is by gift by Multiga somebody. She said, una funny. If we find that Liam has a change of surname when he's 16, what will any one of us do?
That is Liam.
We can't do anything, and that is what is going to be expected. Chairman, wait. It's expected. We can't do anything, but it's good to put it out there for them for now. For now, that anything is expected. Okay, for me, anything about Liam is expected. What about if it turns out to be the original father of this baby? Is the most powerful person in the society. Baba MOHBAD is not a name brand. Aloba is not a name brand in the society. His name cannot move a stone in the society of Nigeria. So what if it turns out and the person that will come out, hey, this boy is my son, he has a name brand, is a big person in the society, is person that can shake the society. Baba MOHBAD can't do jack. So it's expected at the end of the day, his baby turned 16, turned 14, and they decided to change the baby's name. Baba MOHBAD cannot do jack. So it's expected. Nothing we can do about it, but it's good for us to put it out there. Whatever is the game, we are all aware of it.
Susie, Susie, let me
So
say.
I answered that
Mr.
person's
Chairman.
I did
question.
doing 1 minute.
Mr.
1
Chairman.
minute. I did doing 1 minute.
Mr. Chairman, I want you to have this under your belt too while you address us, okay? So this is from First Lady, and I want you to answer this because you know some things to understand. First Lady said, maybe Wumi bribe Odumosu. Do you think Mr. Odumosu has been bribed, Mr. Chairman?
Okay, I will answer that, but let me say this before I answer that. And that will be my thought on this matter. Now, let me tell you, as a warrior, there are some things, whether is it true or is it false, that you have to die with. You will die and bury yourself till Jesus Christ comes. And this matter that is ongoing, is one of those matters that you have to die with. I'll give a typical example. It is a common knowledge that Asiwaju Tinubu comes from a particular location and his name is XXXYYZ. But today, he will die with Tinubu. If you like, investigate it. Jesus Christ comes. He will stand and the truth will die within him and he will go to heaven with that truth. And nobody will know anything and nothing will happen to anybody.
Even Chairman, when he lost his mom, who knew? His own mom, not the real mom.
Not the Yoloja.
Okay, so Chairman,
Not the Yoloja. Who knew?
Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, please.
Okay, Chairman, please.
There are some secrets that you will bury yourself with.
Exactly. So on this DNA matter, whatever the court pronounced back down, whatever happens, it is so no till Jesus Christ comes.
Okay,
Even
so
the father will not come out to say I'm the father.
Shiama, you are right. But at the same time, we are talking of a child here. That guy might grown up and like be very angry. You see all this in the internet.
So are we thinking about the psychological effect of
and do you think the mother will tell him? Do you think the mother will tell him, oh, Mohbad is not your father?
Yoruba, not his mother telling him. But this thing is on social media. He will question.
No, I'm asking you, Juicy. Do you think the mother will not, even if it's okay, now let me tell you this. Even if the child is not from Mohbad, as you are saying now, and in the future, the guy now saw all this and like, Mom, I'm seeing all this. They are fighting for my paternity then, this and that. Do you think the mother will not say, yes, this is your father, I just lied then?
Yoruba lady. Don't forget that
so hold on, please. Okay, so hold on.
It's Chairman. It's a boy. It's a girl.
That is what I'm saying. Die with it.
Juicy, hold on, please.
The mother will say Mohbad is your father.
Okay, all right. Okay, so can you mute?
Hold on. Let me give you guys.
They will.
Juicy, please.
Wait. Let me give you guys a true life stories. This guy is from the north. Okay, he's late now. Sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay. Now this guy is from the north. He's a general in Nigerian army. He's dead now. Around the line, he has kids. He has 4 children, and they all perish in motor accidents. And he has this child outside his marriage. And at the time he had the child, because of the fear of his present wife in the house, he refused to take this child, knowing that this baby belongs to him. At the time the whole children perish, he's left with nothing. He was forced back to go and fight for this child. Already, this child had a father figure in his life. His mother is married to a man that has adored him. He knows this man as his father, okay? And at the end of the day, this general had to go to fight fight with his blood, okay? And to have, it was a tough fight. It was a tough fight for him to have this child. It's like a divide attention. Now, God forbid bad thing. Let's say, when I started, I said I'm going to be the devil advocate here. So I'm acting as a devil person now, as a bad person now. So, God forbid, the original father of this Leanne, let's say that this baby, because of what has come, the baggage that has come with this baby Leanne, what if this original father of this baby in question has no child or has no boy? You know how we Africans feel about having a female child. And at the end of the day, a need of female child is needed. Do you all think that man will sit down and watch because she want to bury secret? And this baby boy, or Liam, will be the one to save him or to save, whatever that he has acquired for his legacy to not go in vain. Or God forbid, something happened to all his children and this baby Leanne is the only one left. If God want to expose people that do things like that, that's the manners God expose them. They will take everything away from them. That thing that you deny that is not for you, at the end of the day, that thing will be something to save you. So I want us to look at it from that aspect. So it's not going to be any secret that man can die with it. And at the end of the day, at the sick bed, at his dying bed, don't you think that man will confess and say, this this baby, please, my family, my other children, that baby there is your brother.
Please,
make sure go get him. Make sure look for him. So there is a lot. So there is no secret. When it comes to baby, I've never seen any woman or a man that would die with that secret or die with that secret without him or her letting people know I have a baby somewhere. No, there's no secret like that. There's a secret of you buying somebody, you probably will die with it, but I don't think so, Chairman.
Okay, so let me just say this. Being a Christian, the Bible says that a stone which the builder rejected has become the capstone. Please, can you mute whoever is there? Please, that person, please mute. So now, I think that this boy Liam, to be very sincere, is going to be a great child. And I don't understand that there's a lot going on, but I think that this boy has a future. Liam. Why do I think so? The situation that surrounds his birth is very, very, I don't want to use that word.
The word complicated.
Very complicated. So I think that Liam is, I think this boy, the nearest future, is going to be a great child. Yeah, hold on, please. I see that it's going to be a great child. And I will advise Wumi as somebody that loves kids, that advocate for kids, that Wumi should protect this child in a very delicate way. Listen, and I'm advising because I'm advising from a mother's side now. She shouldn't look at what surrounds this child. She should protect this child. And I really want to pray that this child comes out to be MOHBAD. I'm praying. Because if this child is not MOHBAD, I'm not going to feel good about that. But regardless of what has happened, great children are not born in, some great kids, sometimes they are born out of wedlock. Sometimes they are born in difficult situations. Sometimes they are born in an unpleasant situation because God has something great for them. And there's a reason behind it. regardless of how this child was conceived, regardless of who the father is, whether it's MOHBAD, whether it's not MOHBAD, I just want us to, even if this DNA comes back to be, that Liam is not MOHBAD, I want the parent of MOHBAD to accept this child, please, and still look at him as MOHBAD's child and take care of him. Because I know a lot of people will come at me because nobody knows tomorrow. We don't know what this child will become. This same Liam that has gone viral all over the world. We don't know. So I really want us to be careful. I'm not a fan of his mother. Okay? I'm not a fan of any one of them, to be sincere. But I want us to be very careful on how we look at this child. No child is a bastard, Every child that is born in a special way. Is put into the world because God has a plan for them. Every child that comes to this world, God has a plan for that child. And I pray that this goes well. As much as I have I've talked today, I've had argument with Mr. Chairman, we've talked about the DNA issue. Regardless of what the situation is, I pray that this goes well. And at the end of the day, that MOHBAD finds justice. And whoever killed MOHBAD will be apprehended and the right thing will be done. And I pray that Wunmi look after that child please pay attention to that child, because one day that child will be great. And I thank you all. I'm going to step down. And Juices, it's nice to see you, Mr. Chairman, Susie, every one of you, Mr. Rotimi.
Adedoyin, don't step down yet. Adedoyin, don't step down yet. No, yet.
Susie, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I like what you have said, but this is my own position, and I want to submit as well. No doubt, Liam is going to be a great child. No doubt about that. No doubt that Cynthia is the mother, biological mother of Liam. With those two alone, I am okay. I am okay with those two alone. There are so many guys on the surface of the earth that have never they have never seen their father in their lifetime. Some fathers died in the war. Some father dies as a soldier. They impregnated their wife before they left, and they never saw their children till today. And those kids are doing greatly in the world. A father is not the important thing. The most important thing is the mother that bears a son and raises that child to become. It's the mother that raises a child to become whoever we want to be in this world. It is the motherhood is very important. However, if the result, I pray the result comes with Liam to MOHBAD. At least let it be known that yes, Babaku, MOHBAD ku ofiomosa yelo, which will gladden my heart. But in the event that the result came negative, that it is not for MOHBAD, please, I will appeal that Wunmi takes that child and go and give that child to the original father. Straight up. Don't put problem in the head of the child. Hold on. Don't cause problem. Problem for jury at a problem for jury into the head of that child. That's a fake news. Àwọn àgbà sọ pé wọ́n ní ilé tó ń tòrò ọmọ àlè ibẹ̀ ò tí ì dàgbà ni. So if that child is, and this is the advice I gave to Mr. Aloba, July 6, 2024, in his presence, because we discussed this and he asked me my opinion. I said, Mr. Joseph, if you sign any agreement, you're in trouble. If the result comes out and it is not for MOHBAD, appreciate Wunmi Appreciate the time that she has spent with your son while he was alive. But do not take that child and say, I'm a forward. Let that child go to his father. If you cover it and pamper it, Tomo Alibeyeba Dagba Lola. Any duro wuton. That would be my submission.
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay,
Chairman.
Chairman, thank you. That's a good one. I didn't
Yes.
hold on.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
For me, like you said, Leanne is not a bastard. That baby there is not a bastard.
It's not. No, it's not.
If MOHBAD happened to not be the father of that baby, okay, whoever that is the father of that baby, watching that baby, he's a proud man. It's just that the manners that MOHBAD was off
Was killed.
is why we are, why we are here today.
That's
And
right.
it could be, and that's why the original father of that baby is trying to be
To hide himself.
silent, to hide himself. But I can tell you with all pressure, whoever is the original father of that baby, MOHBAD or no MOHBAD, he's a proud father. Leanne is not a bastard. And I am going to fault Wumi. My problem with Wumi in this case, other than her, throwing shade at us, I know what happened to MOHBAD. I'm not going to speak. I have that problem with her. But my biggest problem with Wumi as a person is to use that baby as a shield for her crime or for whatever crime that she's part of. That's my biggest pain. And that is the reason why I have problem with Wumi. That baby is supposed to be kept away, whether MOHBAD's baby or not MOHBAD's baby. That baby is not supposed to be used as a shield. So for the fact Wumi is using that baby as a shield, it gives me so many reasons to question her. In so many aspects, anybody that have listened to me, this Justice for MOHBAD, the way my own question to Wumi when it comes to Liam, and which I've said the time without number, a true mother in a case like this, a baby, and you beginning to use, you can't hold on to your chest and put your full chest out there and stand to defend yourself for a crime that have committed in your glogoro eye, and you are using the baby as a shield, then no mother will want to do that. If you're a mother and you carry your baby in your stomach for 9 months, in fact, what baby Leanne has been through, Wumi has not gone through half of it.
Too much.
That boy is the victim when it comes to what happened to MOHBAD. MOHBAD and that boy is the victim. Wumi is not the victim here. And because Wumi has decided to use that baby as a shield. And to just end my submission, if truly there's another father out there that is original father of Liam, I am going to say that he's the most shameless man that I've ever seen. Putting this boy through this. Liam went through a lot. That boy went through a lot.
A lot.
From the hands of people.
It's too much.
And that makes me, I can't like Wumi for one day. No. I submit.
Well, I think, Susie, you said it all. But I just feel that either ways, whether the child comes back to be MOHBAD's, it's not MOHBAD's. My advice to the mother, if she is clean, she doesn't have a hand in what happened to MOHBAD, I feel that she should take a break and, like Chairman said, Chairman has spoken. And you, Susie, you've spoken so well, and Chairman has spoken so well. And I think, what we need to do as we move into this new year, we pray that Mohbad's case will take a new turn. And we just pray that, but I will advise that Wunmi pay attention to that child. And the face of that child should excuse itself right now from the internet. And because like Susie said, the child has been through so much. It's just too much on that child. And I remember one day I came out, I was screaming because I've seen so much. The abuse on that child was so much that I sat and I was crying. Like, why? Why is a little baby being abused like this? It just hurt me. I just could not stop crying. And it's even, I think Liam is part of why I'm even talking on TikTok today. Seriously, I'm Mohbad. Seriously. Because I didn't like the way the child was being treated. So, and, we just pray that the right thing is done. If the baby comes back not to be for Mohbad, I think the rightful father should, nurture the child so that the child can grow up in a conducive and well, organized environment. And so that is it for tonight for me. I'm going to take a step back, and I wish we all have we have a blessed night, a blessed day. And all right, thank you. Stay blessed, you all.
Oh God. May God just help me like this. Let me even go check. What's happening in the live stream? Yeah. Please stop pressing my nyash now. I'm live. Stop pressing. Oh God. Stop. Stop pressing my nyash. I'm live.